Hey guys, it's Vicky and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back again doing some makeup. So today we are testing Boohoo makeup. So here in front of me I have got a Boohoo contour and a Boohoo bronzer palette. So if you want to see what happens, then keep on watching. So let's start off with this bronzer palette. We're going to open it up, hopefully. There we go. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Let me just pull this cover off with difficulty. There we go. Let me just pull that off, and there we go. This is what it looks like on the inside. We have not a lot of information on the back. It says 2 bronzers of 3 grams and a highlighter of 3 grams. None of them look like a highlighter to me. It looks like a blush and 2 bronzers if you ask me, but we'll have to have a look. But before we do that, let's take this contour palette. I love the packaging, by the way. Like, the packaging of these is really nice. Let's open this guy up, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Again, I really like this packaging. You know when all you want to do is get to the makeup and you just can't? Gimme. There we go. Taking that guy off as well. So here is what we've got on this one. It says contour powder 3 times 3 grams. So apparently these are all contours, although this one now looks like a highlight to me because it's shimmery. But I guess we'll have to see. So let's start with contour. So we've got 3 shades here. I've got no shade names. But we'll have a look. We've got this first one here. Ooh, that is creamy. It's a powder, creamy powder. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay. That's that one. A little bit pinky toned, a little bit nude. Okay. Next, we've got this middle one. They're very creamy and smooth. That is that one next to it. And then we've got the last one, which to me looks like it's going to be a highlight, which is there, very crumbly. And let's pop that down. That was crumbly, that's gone everywhere. That one, look at that shine. Are you seeing that? That's like a silver shine, and you're telling me that that's a contour? I don't think so. But those are those 3 shades in the contour palette. Let me just grab a wipe and take them off my hand. Okay, moving on to the bronzer palette. Let's give these a go. Now, here's the first one that looks like a blush. Oh, I think it's dark. It's darker than it looks in the pan, and there's, you can see there's a bit of fallout. There is that one. It's like a bronzy peachy colour. Next we'll do this middle one that's got a bit of a shimmer to it, but it looks matte there actually. There's that one. There it is next to that. Oh, it's got a bit of a sheen to it when you look at it actually. Let me just put some more on. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to have a see. And the last one, which is the deepest colour. Whoa, that's quite dark. Let's pop that on as well. Oh, these did not swatch well. Apologies for that. The last one is just over this side. I'm not sure if it's my hand or the shades, but they look like they've got a sheen to them to me. This is going to be interesting. Not your typical contour, highlight, bronzer shades, but let's give them a go. I don't know where to start really. To me they're almost the other way around. To me this is like blush and contour, and this is bronze and highlight, but they're the other way around. This is contour and this is bronzer, so it's a weird one. Okay, well let's make this up as we go along, I think is the only way. I'm going to grab my Kiko bronzer as my mirror as usual. And then I'm going to take my contour brush and I'm going to start with the deepest shade in this bronzer palette over here. And we're just going to try and do a bit of contouring with this and see what happens. So wish me luck. Whoa. Well, while I'm just doing this, I'll let you know, as usual, all I've got on is my base foundation, and I've set it with some powder, as I knew I was doing powder products today. Already set my face, and I've just got on brows, so you can really see what's going on. Okay, not sure about this. Like, when I look at it from this angle, like, there's just nothing there. Okay, this is just not blending at all. I'm really not a fan of that one. Let's try the other side, just with the same shade. I just try and blend it up into my hairline, but it's not really wanting to move from where you first put it, to be honest. I mean, there's far too much on this side. It just looks muddy. I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't like it. It's patchy. It's not blending. I don't like it. It's not movable enough for me. I mean, no, not a fan. Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to split my face in half, and I'm going to take this middle shade as a bronzer for one half, and then in the contour palette I'm just going to take the middle shade on the other side of my face. So let's stick with the bronzer palette, grab my brush, and we'll try and... Okay, there's a lot of fallout. I'm not sure if you can see that, but just letting you guys know, there is lots of fallout in that pan. Let's see what we can do. Now this one is the one that I said has some shimmer in it, which now I'm putting it on my face, I can see, I don't know if you guys can, but there's gold flecks in there. So if you like a completely matte bronzer, then funnily enough, the palette called the bronzer palette is not for you, because it's got this deep contour shade and then it's got this one which has got gold flecks in it. Which I'm sure sometimes can be really nice, having some, you know, gold flecks, some shimmer in your bronzer, but for me it just doesn't look right. You know, that's what your highlight's for, if you ask me. Okay, we've got some bronze. We've bronzed a bit. It's a bit patchy, and I think it's partly due to the shimmer in it, because where you look at it and you see the flecks, it means that you don't see the bronze as much, and that's meaning it's looking patchy even if it's not necessarily, because it seems to be applying quite evenly, but it looks a bit patchy here to me. I mean, I've got some bronzer, but it's a muddy again. It looks muddy, and I think this has ruined it, to be honest. So let's pack some bronzer on top, see if we can't sort of salvage this. I'm just gonna bronze what's left on my brush over the tip of my face. Not impressed so far. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not impressed so far. Okay, let's put this aside for a minute. Put it aside, and let's take this guy. I'm gonna take this middle shade, which looks to me like a matte bronzer. Let's see if we can't save this on the other side of my face. Okay. Not a fan. Not a fan again. It's just, it sticks to where you first put it. You have to like scrub your face to get it to move. And I don't want to have to do that because it's going to ruin the powder and the foundation underneath. And that's not what you want when you get to this stage of your makeup. I mean, you can't say they don't give you payoff with these palettes. Like, the payoff is there to the point where it's almost too much. So you can't say there's no payoff, you know, too subtle. Not the one here. Not the one. It's on there, but it looks horrendous. It looks muddy. I don't like it. Hey guys, quick note from me while editing. Again, my camera decided to cut out. I do apologise, and I will do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again when I'm filming. I will mess with it and try and figure it out. At this point, I've just applied the blusher shade from the bronzer palette all over my face, and then I've gone ahead and used the highlight shade from the contour palette on my face, and I'm just reviewing the bronzer palette for you. So sorry about that, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Bye. Very intense, harsh, difficult to blend contour, little bit patchy, shimmery bronzer, and a nice but quite dark in colour blush. Moving on to the other side where you've got the contour palette. A little bit misleading calling it a contour palette. It does say underneath contour sculpting palette. Don't know if you can see that there. Which is more accurate. Highlight is nice. I feel like I've downplayed this. It's shimmery, it's intense, it's bright, you can see it. However, it's a little bit too silvery for my liking. It looks like it's going to be a nice pink rose colour, and it comes across bright silver, and I didn't like that too much. Then we've got the matte bronzer, which you can see over here. Again, didn't blend the easiest, difficult to blend, full matte, which I did like, and it's a little bit stronger than the one with the glitter in, the glimmer in. So maybe if you wanted the shimmery one, you come over here, but if you want the matte bronzer, you come over here. This shade I didn't use. Let's just swatch it again. It's like a sort of pink toned matte shade. Not gonna lie, I don't know what you'd use that for. I mean, it says sculpting, but then it's one shade, it's one colour, and it's pink. Like, not many people have skin tones that have a real pink or rose undertone to them. So I guess it's like to powder over some concealer, some underneath maybe. Maybe we'll try it. Let's try it just quickly. Let's just grab a brush nice quickly. We'll just take, oh my goodness, it's just gone all in my lap. That was a lot of fallout. And let's just see what happens if we throw it under here. Use the palette. Just going to see if it even works to dull down this awful mess up here. I mean, I think it did, to be honest, but it's as I said, it's a pink shade, so unless you have the right undertone, which I clearly don't, not the best, and masses of fallout. Quite a lot of fallout. Wasn't really worth it unless you are of this skin tone. It is nice, it's a very creamy shade, but I don't really see enough uses for it. Highlight and bronzer, good. So if you were going to purchase a palette from Boohoo, I would go for the Contour Sculpting palette because it has a very nice highlight, nice matte bronzer in it. But if you just put it on a little amounts, blend it out, you know, you could get a decent looking bronze look. I would not, however, waste your money and buy the bronze palette from Boohoo. So that is that review done. Let me just pop my glasses back on. That is that review done. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.